Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of Spirits and Steam, a one-player D&D podcast. We had to re-record the intro because the first intro was just us rambling for like 10 minutes. So this one is hopefully more concise, and I've added in this little bit in the beginning to explain why the audio may sound different in the rest of the podcast. So please enjoy the rest of it, and thank you for listening. So this is the first episode of Spirits and Steam with the brand new intro. So this is a one-player D&D campaign. I am the DM, Mike. Why don't you introduce yourself and your character?
Hi, I'm Ryu. I will be playing our main character, Keir Faustus, our half-elf warlock, who, with background for those who care, we're calling it student because he has had many conflicting things in his life, but not enough that affects him morally, so we're just going to call it student because he's mostly just been in training in schools, where he started going to Cerulean Knight Academy with his rival Sterling, who will also be appearing in the campaign. We became rivals when we first enrolled in a small basics training for normal, simple weapons and armors with our teacher Alexander, who will be mentioned once or twice within the story. A few months after the first year, they kind of just separated and met up again at the Cerulean Knights Academy after.
So the main setting of this campaign is a place called Cerulean Knight Academy, on a small island located southeast of a place called the Empire that's like fantasy Asia, China, Japan, Vietnam, Korea, India. I tried to blend all of those places together culturally and mythologically, but the history is mostly Japan because that's what I know the most about. This is roughly equivalent to the 1700s, I would say. So they do have guns, but they're very primitive, and they have clockwork magic and some cool golem stuff that may come into play later. With this being a one-player campaign, I had to make extensive changes to the mechanics of D&D. So I've altered the way experience works, so you'll get experience for killing stuff, for role-playing your character very well, and for also using your abilities to avoid combat, if you can.
I also have a question. Was it also stuff like, say, you use a lot of your history skills, or you purposely don't use them because you don't know anything about it?
Yeah, one of the tabs I have listed is use your skills to advance the story.
Okay, perfect.
And then I've made changes to the enemies as well to combat. So enemies have less hit points, but they also deal a lot more damage. So combat is more lethal and quick, because with higher levels of D&D, it tends to drag on, and that's not really interesting to listen to.
No.
And then I've added 2 new attributes. One of them is for all the characters, and one of them is just for Keir. The first one is called Bond, which is how closely NPCs are connected to Keir, and how closely he's connected to them. So Bond gives you various things you can do, like you can use Bond to command someone to use one of their abilities on your turn as a bonus action, or, they can cast spells on you instead of themselves, that sort of thing. That has other effects as you go up higher. And then Soul is a special kind of attribute. It starts at 10, which is the average. It can go up or down, and there are different effects depending on how you use it. So you can gain or lose soul points depending on your actions, and you can also burn them to get bonuses. So you could spend a soul point to gain advantage on a roll if you wanted, or give someone else advantage on a roll, like inspiration. But then you would have 1 less soul point. And you can also spend it to heal yourself in combat or regain spell slots.
I have a limited amount of resources that I might want to get high, or actually might want to keep low.
Yeah, there are passive benefits for going above or below 10, and you'll get more or less depending on what you do in the story. But if your options are death or use soul, you can always use soul, unless you don't have any, in which case you're probably a monster.
Is there a way the audience can interact with the game?
Not really that I can think of. I mean, they could send suggestions for story stuff, but that's basically dependent on you. So they could give you ideas of what to do next, and you could implement them.
I guess if people want to ask questions about the characters that just probably won't be explained in the stories naturally, I guess we can answer them at the end of episodes. I'm trying to think of what else is there I need. Oh, we are also using homebrew material that we've mostly made. Mostly.
Yeah, mostly.
In the first episode, I had the cantrip Eldritch Blade. We later found out that is not in any way balanced, and I'm going to say the creator of that should have been a first level spell. So this is Spirits and Steam. Hope you guys enjoy. Shall we begin, almighty GM?
Yeah, so at the beginning of the game, you're going to be in the school, and I have a thing to read.
Yes.
So you have been in the school already, so this is like your second week at the school. So I'm going to read all this, and then you can say things after I'm done.
All right.
You're walking through a forest in early autumn. A chill wind blows as the sun drops towards the horizon, and you pull your cloak tighter about yourself as you walk. You've been hunting for hours now and seen little game, but still you press on. Just a little further and you'll find something, surely. Soon you come to a clearing. Seeing nothing, you decide to keep moving, but then you notice it. A man standing at the edge of the clearing, leaning heavily on a tree. You step closer and call out to him. Are you alright? The man turns to face you, and you realize your mistake. This being isn't a man, but blackened wood and leaves, shaped almost like a man. The bottom drops out of your stomach as the creature steps towards you, raising a club-like arm in your direction. Pain explodes across your back as you turn to run, and you trip, falling to the forest floor. You hear the thing step closer as you struggle to your knees, and look up at the creature standing before you. Close enough now that you can see the rage contorting its inhuman face. As it points that club arm at you again, you feel a brief sting across your face and chest, and then nothing as everything goes black. And then you wake up. You're in your dorm room, lying in bed. Someone is knocking at your door.
What?
The person on the other side of the door says, "Wake up or you're gonna miss breakfast."
And like as someone flipped on a light switch and he said breakfast, I go, oh hell yeah! And I jump out of bed, almost reaching to the door and realizing I have no pants on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, give me a sec. I'll proceed to open the door.
So standing on the other side is Bryn, your first female companion.
He's 6 foot.
So she's about 10 inches shorter than you. She's a couple of years younger than you are. She actually is skipped ahead a couple of grades.
Mm-hmm.
So she has black hair and very dark skin. She would be from like fantasy India if we were comparing to the real world. She has a pair of goggles on a thick leather strap around her neck, a tool belt, a big wrench, and she is also not wearing the girl's uniform. She's wearing the boy's uniform, which she's been doing the whole time. After a while, people just gave up on trying to stop her from doing that.
So she actually carrying the wrench on her right now?
Mm-hmm. She has a tool belt, and the wrench is like in a holster thing.
I guess that's fair. I do keep a knife in my coat.
Yeah. I mean, carrying around a little knife isn't a problem.
Well, it's not a knife, it's a dagger.
Okay, carrying around a dagger is also not a problem.
Okay. It's more of the big weapons, like having held around. Okay. And I go, and I look at my whatever schedule I might have written down, or like what class am I?
You're gonna be late.
Late for breakfast. All right. I'm just gonna grab her by the hand and say, "Let's go."
Okay. She also has her clockwork familiar with her, which is a tiny little clockwork dragon on her shoulder.
Oh, sweet. Like, what is it? What size? Like a stopwatch size, or like a little bit bigger?
I think it's tiny sized, so it'll be like.
So it could easily be on my shoulder or something like that.
Yeah, so it's like normal lizard sized. Yeah, that's been with her the whole time, as far as you are aware. She has not ever left her room without it. And in fact, normally during class, she's actually sitting there tinkering with the familiar instead of paying attention. Yeah. All right, so you run out of the dorms onto the grounds. So there are four buildings to the academy. There's the male dorm, the female dorm, the faculty dorm, and then the main building, which is huge and fortress-like. It's built like a castle. Like, if someone tried to lay siege to the school, you could all hole up in there and be relatively safe. Yeah, there's a mess hall area where they serve breakfast every morning. Mm-hmm. So you both go get your food and sit down at a table.
Yeah.
Do you want to sit with anyone or just by yourselves?
Do I see any familiar faces as I walk through?
You do see Sterling, your rival.
Oh, God. Does it look like I have more food on my plate than him?
Yes. He's already started eating.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I will sit down and start eating a little bit faster than I normally would.
Okay. So, I should describe Sterling as well. Mm-hmm. So he's also a half-elf, but he is blonde. Keir has black hair, I believe.
Yes.
So, and he's built more like muscly than Keir.
Yeah, Kira is more ready to hit you upside the head with a big rock.
Keir's probably more wiry than Sterling.
Wait, wiry? I've never heard someone describe someone like that.
Wiry is like where you're thin and tough.
Okay, got it.
Like mixed martial artists tend to be that way, or athletes.
Oh, okay, so what I look like.
Mm-hmm. As you start eating more quickly than normal, Sterling says, "You better slow down or you're going to make yourself sick."
And I go, Oh, sorry, hungry.
Bryn sits down next to you, says, "Why are you sleeping in so late?"
I don't know, I had this weird dream, and I guess it just knocked off my clock.
She's eating with one hand, and the familiar is investigating the food like a lizard does, even though it doesn't eat anything.
And I just go, it was weird, like, you described it as a man made of black wood, right?
Mm-hmm. Like it was burnt.
Burnt.
Yeah.
It was like this burnt, like, wood woad decided to beat the shit out of me.
Did a tree hit you or something?
No, it was just like a humanoid body made of burnt wood, and he clubbed me in the back while I was on my knees.
Yeah. Sterling says, sounds like you've been spending too much time in the forests.
There's nothing wrong with going out for walks here and there.
And he just keeps eating. Like, yeah, whatever.
At least I don't spend so much time in the gym.
That's fair.
And I just go kick your ass.
I seriously doubt that. You want to arm wrestle?
I'm eating. Back off.
That's what I thought.
The teacher liked me better.
Mm.
And I mean, like, the teacher who was originally teaching us together.
Yeah, well, I still learned more.
You didn't have a job.
You didn't either.
I was helping Dad and Mom.
Sure.
I kind of had this idea, like, Sterling is currently, like, biting into an apple like most dickheads in movies.
No, he's just eating his food normally. Bryn says to you, "Are you excited for the camping trip?"
Of course I am. I go out in those woods enough.
Wonder if they'll let me bring my wrench.
I mean, I don't think they can stop you.
That's a fair point. Yeah. Have you heard who's going to be guiding us?
Have I?
Yeah, it's the Gith teacher, Deketh.
Wait, how do you say your name again?
Deketh.
Deketh.
Yeah. Whoa. What just happened?
I switched devices.
Oh, okay.
My headphones are dying.
Yeah, you sound way different.
Do I sound nicer, better, a little more?
You sound better.
Alright, so yeah, the Gith teacher.
Yeah. Deketh.
Deketh. Time to start making notes.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably just going to send you a list of all the class people, but this will be, unless you want to do anything else in the great food area, there's really nothing else to this scene.
Yeah, I don't know, I'll put like some fruit in my pocket, that's about it.
Okay.
Keir doesn't really tend to eat his fruit if all his food is sitting, it's usually the fruit that just gets stored for later.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you could have also taken the urchin background. With that, but City Secrets wouldn't have done you a lot of good.
No.
Alright, so most of the rest of this day is just going to be like normal class stuff. And then around 3-ish, after you get out of class, Deketh is going to take a whole bunch of students out into the forests to teach them wilderness survival.
Yay. But does any of this look familiar to the dream?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, there is normal class stuff, and I could describe the school more. Or you could just skip to the forest.
Do you mean like from gate to forest?
What do you mean? Like from the school gate to the forest? Mm-hmm. You want the description of that?
Yeah, I see.
Okay. Yeah, so the school gate. The school has several gates, all connected to these roads you can see on the map, so there's 4 of them. All the school gates have security guards. Varying security is what it's called. They have magical security, and then they have like regular people with guns type security. Mm-hmm. So they have big suits of animated armor basically to keep out magical trespassers, and then they have just guys with guns to keep out regular trespassers. So when you look at the gate in that direction, it's basically flat land. There's a couple of low hills, but you can see the forest, which goes on for a couple of miles in every direction. The actual island is not really big. It's like 10 miles across, so it's not huge. You could walk across it in a day if you really had a mind to.
But normally it would just be like a day and a half, or
yeah. Yeah, it's forest, so it would take a little longer and you might get lost, but it wouldn't be too bad. Deketh leads about 30 people out towards the woods because they take security with them whenever they leave the school. So there's, let's say 3 of those animated suits of armor and then like 4 guys with rifles going with you. So there's another teacher going as well. The druid teacher named Celise. So she's human. Probably like in her 50s or so. She's got some gray hairs. The rest of her hair is like dark brown. She has, brown eyes. She's from the Empire. She's just slightly taller than Bryn.
Yeah, okay.
And she has a quarterstaff.
Yeah. Question, would they have allowed me to bring my quarterstaff with me?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, they don't allow like normal weapons, but a quarterstaff is fine because it's also a walking stick. And even if they said no, you could just find a stick in the forest.
Yeah, I'm just bringing my own one because I like it.
So, Deketh is a Githyanki. I guess I should describe a Githyanki for people who aren't as familiar with D&D. They're yellow-skinned people with pointy ears, kind of like elves. They're usually lawful evil, I believe, the Githyanki are. And there's a cousin-sister race called the Githzerai that are usually lawful neutral. So, he wears, I think it's chainmail armor. It's one of the heavy armors. Mm-hmm. And has like a big old sword and shield with him at all times.
Which makes me scared to ask for help during class.
Yeah. The Gith way of teaching people is to kind of just let them do it on their own. So like, instead of teaching you how to fight, he'll say, okay, you two fight. And then hope you learn something. Mm-hmm. So his idea of wilderness survival training is turn you all loose in a forest and see who doesn't hurt themselves.
Those who hurt themselves get a D or F.
Yeah. So he's a fantastic teacher.
Oh yeah, he's like my college teachers.
So, he takes you into the forest, probably most of a mile into the forest. I don't know if you can see it on the map, but right here, there's like a clearing.
Yeah, I can see that one red tree there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's a big tree in the center of the clearing. It's like that maple tree. And he tells everyone that this is where they're going to set up camp. So all of the rest of you just go, like, fuck off into the forest until dark and see what you can learn. And the Celise starts, like, setting up a ward around the campsite. If any monsters come, they'll just walk right past it. There are not usually monsters in the forest, but they always take precautions.
And I'm kind of worried about why they're taking this many precautions, but I'm not really going to
this is pretty normal precautions. They always act like there might be something out to kill you in the forest. So you don't have to go out into the woods on your own. You could go with a group if you wanted, or you could just be turned loose.
You mean like by yourself, like with a teacher, or just like with another person?
So you could go with another person if you wanted. You could go with a group of people if you wanted to. All you're really doing is like wandering around the forest and just getting used to being around it.
I'll ask Bryn and Sterling if they want to go together.
Okay. They both say yes.
Sweet. And I guess we will head out and pretty much any direction the DM decides, because technically I don't know a physical view of this, so I can't say.
Northeast would take you back to the school. Southwest would take you further into the forest. Pretty much any direction will take you further into the forest.
I'll just keep going south.
Okay, so south. Alright, so you've been walking for about an hour southwards. I'm going to need you to make a perception roll.
Yay! Alright, let's see, perception. Yeah. And I'm going to turn advantage off real quick. Mm-hmm. Alright, and I have no bonus.
Oh joy.
3.
I
was not paying attention.
Yeah, you have no idea where you are. Okay, I could have rolled. Wow, she rolled almost as bad as you. Now, he's still got advantage on, but a 15. So, Sterling rolls a 15.
Yeah, so he knows where he's at.
But, well, that's only partly what that was for. So, Sterling raises his hand to point at something, and he says, hey, do you see that?
And I look up to where he's pointing.
It is a dead body.
And I go, yeah. You guys want to go see a dead body?
I'm not sure that's the appropriate reaction.
No, that's actually not what he's going to say.
Okay.
Should we check it out?
I suppose. Whatever killed him might still be around, though.
And I'm just like, I got my stick.
Oh, we're safe. Keir has a stick.
Wrench.
Yeah. So,
I'd like to bonk him on the head with it.
He just glares at you and then walks over to the dead body to investigate.
Yes, it worked.
Alright, so you don't need to make a medicine check or anything to figure out what killed this person. He has, big wooden stick, like tent stakes, almost, stuck in his back and on his chest and face. One of them's through his eye.
I'm going to, since I hear that detail, I'm going to be looking around for things because I am now paranoid.
Yeah, so you recognize this area from your dream.
Of course I do.
So, but
Wait.
Huh?
No, one second. So, with rolling this real quick, with the 16, do I see anything out of the obvious? What do I say?
Are you looking around for the creature that killed him?
Yes.
Okay. Looking around, because you remember the creature from the dream, obviously. You see what would, to casual observation, pass as a tree standing there, but is not a tree. It's disguised itself very well, though. But it is, in fact, the creature that you saw in your dream. Do you want to do anything?
Okay, so before I say anything, I want to look at the body. Is there a mark on his back that looks like that would, in my point of view, be the one that I got hit with?
Yeah, he has a bunch of those tent stake things sticking out of his back.
So that's what I felt.
Yeah.
And I just, because I'm in there looking at the bodies, I'm guessing he's like behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of whisper, guys, he's behind us.
What's behind us? Is it another dead body?
The tree man. And I just pull out the quarterstaff.
Oh, okay. Well, now the tree man notices you noticing him.
He notices me noticing him noticing you?
Yeah. So the tree man drops the disguise. It's human sized, made of like burnt wood. It's not exactly charcoal, but it's pretty close. And like plant
mostly
matter.
the edges are.
Yeah. It looks like someone took a pile of just crap lying around in the forest, animated it, and then burned it slightly for good measure. It's going to raise its club arm at you and open fire. Does a 25 hit you?
No.
Yeah. So the
Little
club.
didn't know I had 50 AC.
The club arm shoots out those tent stake type projectiles at you, and I guess it just plugs you right in the chest.
Well, at least it didn't hurt my jacket.
Yeah, and he also rolled abysmally.
What do you mean abysmally? You got a crit.
Yeah, no, I mean his damage. Yeah.
Yeah, 1.
18 damage.
Okay. What?
Yeah, 18 damage.
Alright, I'm down to 6 health.
So I think the other two freak out, seeing you with giant tent stakes in you now.
And I'd like to be like, told you!
Okay, so now we're gonna do this shit.
Question, do I have my magical stuff?
Yeah, you can have your magical stuff. But I mean, you're almost dead, so you're like crippled.
Yeah, I know, I'm just...
And you have giant tent stakes in your body.
I have giant stakes in my body, yep. My initiative is 21.
Okay. So you're gonna go first, but you're not feeling great.
No, I
You feel like maybe those tent stakes were not just tent stakes.
I feel like it might have been laced.
Mm-hmm.
This is not good. I feel like I'm probably going to pass out, so I pretty much only have 1 or 2 things to do.
I mean, you do have 2 people there who could help you.
But because he has pissed me off,
Okay.
Yeah, I would like to cast Command.
Okay.
So DC save of 15 on Wisdom.
Okay, Wisdom saving throw. Does a 2 beat that?
Wow, he did. No, he didn't, sadly. So I will have him grovel, which is he falls prone and ends its turn.
Okay, I have to make sure it can actually... Okay, yeah, it has to understand common, and it does. Okay, so on his turn, he's going to do nothing.
He'll be prone.
But it's Sterling's turn, and then Brennan goes right after him. So they're not going to try to fight this monster. They just grab you and run. They each put an arm under your shoulder and start running through the forest.
Yeah, well, this also means he's not going to be, killing me, so this is fine. And then now I need to mark that I used up 1 of my 2 spells of it for a day.
Yeah. So as you're running through the forest, you start hearing sounds from around you. Like, you hear running through the forest, you hear other people screaming. There's something trying to kill them.
Oh god, there's something in here trying to kill the students.
I think we just saw it.
I mean something bigger.
What if it's just more of them?
Let's just hope they can't become one.
Yeah, you hear people running all around you, mostly in the opposite direction you're going, back towards the camp, but that monster is up on his feet and chasing you from that direction.
So I have a question. I know have the warlock levels, but I don't know if, I've met the thing or not, or how it works.
You have not yet.
Okay, so
but you do.
I have some magical prowess, and that's it, and we don't know why.
You have access to all your warlock creatures.
All right. I would like to roll an Arcana check to figure out what the thing exactly is as I'm being dragged.
Okay, 18. So it looks kind of like a blight. Like there's needle blights, vine blights, twig blights, but it's bigger and meaner than any blight you've heard of.
Okay.
And none of them have had, shotgun arms like that one.
Yeah, it's not nice, I
Yeah,
would say.
no, it's not nice. As you're being carried, and the monster is starting to catch up because they can only run so fast while carrying you, but you feel like a compulsion to go in a different direction. They're running straight away from it. You feel like you should go left.
I will, like, with one of my foots, just, like, kick the dirt and steer to the left. This way!
What's this way?
Just, if he keeps chasing us straight, he's gonna catch up either way. Let's just go.
Okay, so they start dragging you that way as you're bleeding horribly.
Yep.
It's starting to get towards dark, and fog is starting to come in. But as you head that direction, the monster right on your heels, you see a building. It's kind of like a shed, but a really nice shed.
I run in. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm
right.
getting in that shed.
There was more description, but okay. So it has...
Like, character sees shed, doesn't care. Go.
Yeah, so it has the sliding paper doors. So I imagine you all just fall in, and then Sterling stands up and just shuts the doors, and you all try to hide from the monster.
That sounds about right.
So as you're lying on the ground bleeding, let's see, I guess you would see there are ropes tied to the ceiling. You can see, I think, 2 of them, and they have, like, paper talismans strung from them. And they're leading to something down in the middle of the room. I think you can just turn your head and see it. Mm-hmm. So there's a big rock with a sword sticking out of it. It's a bronze, like, straight-edge sword. And all these ropes are tied around it with their various paper charms. And the sword looks way older than anything else in this room.
Wait, so, like, if I'm standing in, like, say, a tool shed,
mm-hmm.
and above me there are ropes holding up a rock?
No, it's on the floor. They're just leading down to it. The ropes are tied to the 4 corners of the building, and then they lead down to the rock in the center of the building.
Which also has a sword in it.
Mm-hmm. The sword is, like, shoved in the rock, King Arthur style.
Oh, okay. So Sterling's holding up the door.
Mm-hmm.
What's Ren doing?
She's trying to figure out a way to remove the tent stakes from your body without killing you, and not coming up with much.
Okay, so there's ropes tied to a rock. Do I feel like these ropes holding this rock down is because there's something underneath this, like a doorway or something?
I mean, they're not holding the rock down. They're just attached to the sword. They've been wrapped around it.
I might need a better description.
Okay, so you know what the sword and the stone looks like, right?
I mean, it's a stone with a sword in it, yeah.
Okay. So someone is taking that, and then they tied 4 ropes around it, and then they built a building around it, and they hooked the ropes to the corner of the building to keep the ropes from, like, falling onto the ground.
Okay.
So the ropes aren't holding anything up, they're just attached to the sword.
Okay.
But you definitely feel like you should go over and take that sword out.
I mean, that looks to be... I see old sword, I'm like, why would an old sword be in a stone? It's like, you know what, fuck it, this might be my last chance.
I mean, you feel a magical compulsion to go take that sword.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm also, like, in the back of my head, because somehow it's going to work out. I do, in fact, grab that bronze sword.
Okay, so you walk over and grab the bronze sword. I think as you walk over to grab it, you hear that monster outside, and more tent stakes shoot into the walls of the building, and Sterling drops to the ground. You see? Yeah, well, it's not rapid firing, it's just like shotguns. So they're just sticking out of the walls now. And
so you said he got hit?
No, one of them went by him and then he dropped to the ground.
Okay.
The monster didn't exactly know where he was. It was just blind shooting.
Here.
Yeah, and then both Sterling and Bryn see what you're doing. They're like, what the hell are you doing? Get down. That monster's gonna come in here any second.
But I'm being magically convulsed.
Yeah, well, is that what you're gonna tell them?
No, I'm saying, this is probably a bad idea, and I just pull it.
Okay, so as you pull out the sword, you feel like a sort of rush of power, like an adrenaline rush. You feel a lot stronger, and you feel like a tiny prickling sensation around your right wrist. But mostly you feel stronger.
Well, that's eczema.
Yeah.
No.
And you hear, it sounds like someone whispering in your ear, but it's not a voice you recognize. You hear someone whisper, contract successfully made.
I out loud say, shit.
Bryn and Sterling both look at you like, what? Is it broken? Is the sword broken? And then the monster breaks down the door. It just smashes through the door with that club arm.
I would like to just react and slash at it. Just whoosh.
Alright, make an attack roll.
Am I proficient with it?
Yes. 10. 10 that's not a great roll. Yeah, 10 misses.
Shit.
So you swing at the monster and you just chip some bark off of it.
Shit.
That's a miss.
Yeah, I guess that just happened.
Yeah, that's a miss.
I feel like I'm about to die.
Yeah, well, it is Sterling's turn, so he's gonna do it. No. So he gets up from the floor behind the monster, and it's now pointing its club arm at you again, like it's ready to fire, while he's still full of tent stakes. And he grabs the arm and like dislocates it, or he would dislocate it on a human, but this is made of wood, so it just breaks.
Yeah, it's like when the branch is too heavy, breaks itself and just kind of hangs there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And now he's holding a stick arm, and he's like, "Oh, what do I do with this?"
Hit him with it.
Well, I mean, that was his action. Now it's Bryn's turn, so she's gonna go for the wrench. That is a hit.
Oh god.
So she just takes her big wrench and whacks him across the face, which is quite impressive because it's a very big monster.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Bryn is also very scary.
Yeah, she just stands up from the floor and just smashes his face. And his face was made of wood, so there's this big crack in it now.
You know, we could have made a mask out of his face.
Yeah, well, it's too late for that now.
No.
Alright, so he
Gotta
doesn't.
take to the shop students now.
Yeah, he doesn't have that arm anymore, so he's gonna take a swing at the last person who hit him, so that'll be Bryn, which is a hit. He rolls really well.
Yeah, the first one he rolled was a nat 20.
I know, he doesn't even have that high of a bonus.
This is plot bullshit.
But so his other hand has like he grows big wooden claws, and he just swipes it at her and takes a big chunk out of her stomach area, which does not kill her, but it's not pleasant. That brings us back to you.
I will be casting Eldritch Blade as I do this, which adds 1d10 plus charisma modifier to the attack roll if it hits. So, let's see if it hits first. No.
Wow, you're rolling very poorly.
I am in a lot of pain. There are
this is true.
Stomach.
So you take another swing at it, and you just kind of hit the wood where his club arm used to be.
I would like to request one more chance to roll.
Yeah, go ahead. Roll again.
This is
really kind of
sad.
embarrassing.
Yeah, I'm gonna click that thing real quick. There.
Advantage?
Yeah, because if we're gonna be here forever.
Yeah. So the advantage roll is a hit.
Okay, so this is just the damage from the sword, so it'll do 7 plus 13 force.
Okay, yeah, so you hit him with your magic sword, and he just explodes. Like, I think you hit him on the torso area, and his top half just explodes everywhere. Like, if someone had been standing behind him, you would have just killed him.
Worth it.
His lower body just kind of falls to its knees and slumps over. And you have killed the Woodman.
I fall backwards.
That's probably the appropriate reaction, considering what happened.
Yeah, I just go, ow.
Bryn's lying there like, yeah, agreed.
You know what'd be great right now?
Drugs?
Sleaze.
Sleaze?
Sleaze, the druid teacher.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant, like, dirty magazines.
Sleaze.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
And I'm just like, by Kiranushi's word, I swear to God, this sword saved my goddamn life.
I think it saved all of our lives.
Yeah. And I'm actually now like observing this sword as I feel like I'm about to pass out.
Yeah, so it is an old bronze sword, double-edged. The blade part looks like it was just polished, but the rest of it looks really old. And it has, I guess you'd call them runic symbols on the blade. There are 9 of them. They're not in any language you know.
Damn it.
So I think you're probably just gonna pass out since you have big wooden stakes in you.
I mean, I could roll the con saves.
Yeah, you can.
Let's see. And just watch me completely fail these again.
Yeah. We'll say the DC is 15 to not pass out.
Yeah. Alright, con saving throw. There we go.
Nope. Nope. Critical failure. Okay. So
as I do that, I just go, ugh.
Yeah, so you just pass out completely. And you have another dream.
Damn it.
So in this dream, you're standing back at the campsite the students made. It doesn't take you too long to realize you're dreaming from the perspective of the teacher, Deketh, as he is just tearing through these things. There's probably 2 or 3 dozen of them attacking the campsite, and he is destroying them.
While watching this, I'm just like, yeah, go teacher!
He cuts one in half with a single swing of his sword, and then he raises his other hand and launches a fireball into a crowd of them, and they all just explode into splinters.
Yeah, finish burning them, please.
And then he turns back to the rest of the people and yells at them to get the rest of the students out. They're leaving the campsite. Everyone else is bugging out. All the students are running. And he turns back around and just starts mowing these things down again as they keep coming at him.
I try to, for some reason, so am I in his eyes?
Yeah, you're seeing from his perspective.
In my mind, I'm just, also casting Eldritch Blade.
Yeah.
Die.
He does not seem like he needs it.
I think he needs more. More exploding tree men.
Yeah, and then you wake up again. So you're still in the shrine, but you no longer have the giant tree spikes in you. It's still dark outside, though.
Bryn? Sterling?
Here. That's Sterling. Bryn did not answer.
Is she here?
Yeah, she's asleep. She's wearing Sterling's uniform coat, and you have a bunch of bandages tied around you.
I'm guessing you fixed me?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah, so he is now shirtless.
I try not to stare. Why are you... No, never mind.
Because he had to tear up his shirt to bandage up both you and Bryn. He was completely uninjured.
And I'm actually looking at this stone, trying to figure out why it's here.
The stone?
Yeah, the sword and stone.
Yeah,
as
far as you can tell, the stone is just a normalized stone, but the sword is definitely either magical or involved in some kind of ritual. I don't imagine you know a whole lot about ancient imperial magic. You do have Arcana.
Yeah, and I would have learned a little bit from Mom.
Mm-hmm.
But
so you could roll Arcana to see if you know more about it.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's turn off an advantage real quick. 7.
7. You have no idea what this is for.
I think she told me it had something to do with...
You might be King of England now.
I am King of the Iron Islands.
Sterling just looks at you like he's a little concerned, and then he says, blood loss. And then he just goes back to, guarding the door. He's got the big tree man arm, and he's holding it like a great club.
As if focusing into the blade, I guess, trying to communicate? This is how Keir's thinking right now. It said contract complete.
Mm-hmm.
Can I ask questions?
You feel that slight prickling sensation at your right wrist again. Was it his right hand he took the sword with? Or was it his left?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's right-handed.
So you feel the prickling at your right wrist. Like a very, very small animal is biting you.
Yeah. Like a sugar glider.
I guess. I mean, it's not constant. It's just a quick sensation. Are you looking at your right wrist to see if anything's wrong with it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't explicitly state that. So.
Well, you started expositioning, so I just waited.
You are wearing something on your right wrist that you were not wearing before.
What?
It's like a bracelet. It's black. It's solid black, except for the part that would be facing up. If you're just looking at your arm, it has a purple gemstone on it, a little one, almost like an eye.
And I lift it up, what?
Sterling says, "Something wrong with your arm?"
No, it's not really my arm. See anything out there?
Just trees. None of them moving.
All right. I'm coughing a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you were stabbed in the chest by 10 spikes.
Yeah. Did he heal me anything, or is it just staying stabilized?
He just stabilized you. You can roll hit dice if you want, though.
Yeah, I'll roll 1.
Okay.
1d8. Well, at least I get some back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm at 16 health now.
That's more than you had.
No shit. Jackass. Alright, so.
Yeah.
This bracelet, I touch the purple gem, see if it does anything, and then trying to figure out what it's doing.
It's very shiny. There's also no obvious way to remove it.
That's one of the things I was worried about.
Yeah, it looks like it was just put on there, like it was forged around your arm.
And I'm just in my head, I'm shit.
Sterling is still looking at you, kind of concerned.
You didn't put this on me, did you? And I lift it up and show him.
Put what on you? Your arm?
I'm showing the bracelet.
What? There's nothing wrong with your arm.
You don't see this, and I'm touching it.
See what? Did you hurt yourself?
Oh, god damn. You can't see it!
I can't see what?
Blood loss.
I feel like that only excuses so much.
So, like, you can't see the bracelet on my hand that is solid black with a purple gem.
No, I don't see that at all.
I'm now, like, looking around the shed like, oh, purple,
He's like,
purple, black.
he's now kneeling by you, like, trying to see how much blood you've lost. Like, are you dying? Is that what's happening?
And, like, while he's looking, like, see, purple, black, purple, black, purple, black, purple, black. What is with this fucking stone? Why was this here?
If you keep shouting like that, you're gonna attract more of those tree men.
Okay. What would I roll to figure out what this shrine is for?
Religion.
14.
Okay. This is not the kind of shrine where you come and pray to a god. This is the kind of shrine where you lock something up.
Do I get the idea that I just released something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all the ropes and the talismans and stuff were religious seals. You don't know exactly what, but it was sealing something.
Okay. Is there a way to talk to the sword?
Just say, "Hi, sword. How's it going?"
Like, by holding it and thinking...
No, you don't get anything from the sword. I mean, it is slightly magical, but it's not magical in that way.
I smash it on the rock! No, I don't. That would make no sense for this character.
Well, I mean, also, it's a nice sword. It'd be a waste to smash it.
Yeah. I will, try to wake up Rim. Hey,
Okay.
come on.
Waffles. What? She wakes up, still holding the wrench. Treeman!
And I go, the class has been attacked. We need to go back.
Wait, how do you know that?
Remember I told you about the woodman in my dream?
Yeah.
Kath is currently mowing them down, but every other student might need our help in a bit.
I'm not sure how much we could help him, but okay.
It's either this or we just die here.
That's a fair point. So she's wearing Sterling's jacket, which is way too big for her, so she has to, like, button it up all the way and roll up the sleeves.
Nice cars, Sterling. Remember when I gave you those?
Shut up.
And this is like as we're running away.
He's carrying the tree man arm to use as a weapon. Alright, so you're gonna try to sneak past any other tree men in the forest?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna need the infamous stealth roll.
Watch out!
Yeah.
18.
Okay. So
Wow,
18.
my luck has really turned in the last 10 minutes.
15. And a 16. Okay. Yeah.
Alright.
Nobody fucked up.
Wow, that's a first.
Yeah. Alright, so you're sneaking through the forest. There are, I would say not a ton, but there are a considerable number of tree men in the forest. Some of them are chasing students who are running away from them. You see a couple, they have an unconscious person over their shoulder and they're just walking somewhere.
And I go, wait, guys. Where are they taking them?
It looks like deeper into the forest.
What direction are they going?
They're going southeast. No, southwest, sorry. Deeper into the forest.
Farther away from the school.
Yeah, farther away from the school.
Damn it. I'm like, do we go to the teacher first or do we help them?
The teacher can probably handle himself.
Alright, let's get our classmates back.
So you're gonna find the nearest tree man with someone over their shoulder and attack it.
Yeah. Leroy! No.
I mean, that would be a very appropriate battle cry.
Do we have a surprise round on one of them?
Yeah, you rolled high enough on stealth that they don't see you coming.
Okay. So I would like to advantage stab one of these trees with my Eldritch Blade.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Thingy. Fuck.
An 11, that is a miss. So you run up to surprise the tree man, and as you swing towards him, he just holds up his big club arm and just catches it. Like, no.
Tunk. And I just go.
Sterling. So I'll do his regular attack, which is listed as greatsword, but it's going to do 1d8 if it hits. It did not hit.
Tunk.
Although he is surprisingly proficient with tree man arm as a weapon.
Yeah. If only Ren could hit this tree man in the legs.
It doesn't even have that high of an AC.
What is its AC? 12? 13?
Yeah, it's 12.
Fucking god.
Okay, so Bryn hit it with her frost gun.
Which scares me.
So it takes 3 cold damage, and its speed is reduced by 10 feet for the next round.
God damn it. I am gonna try one more fucking time.
A 10.
Fucking god damn it.
You are not... Tonight is not your night, man. Okay, so Sterling hits it. It'll be 1d8 plus 4.
Let me read Eldritch Blade one more
10
time.
damage.
I actually, that would have hit.
Eldritch Blade?
With Eldritch Blade, I use my spell attack modifier, not my normal
Oh, okay.
modifier to
Yeah,
hit.
those would both be hits then, and it would die.
Yeah, okay.
I like to imagine, like, you stab it through the chest and Sterling just smashes its legs out with a tree man arm. And it dies.
Just like in training.
Yeah, and now you have an unconscious student lying on the ground.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pick them up and be like, alright, which way back to the camp, Sterling?
He just points that way.
Alright, and was there any more students, or was this just the one?
You saw more of them. They're all heading in the same direction.
How far off am I from the camp?
You're at least a mile away.
What is the best way, I'm actually asking Sterling, to get this person and that other person? So,
What other person? The others.
there's more people being carried.
Well, we don't have enough people to carry them all. The best option would be go back to the school and get help. Or find somewhere to hide them, but I doubt we're going to find anywhere in this forest.
Alright, I'm just gonna carry this one back then. As annoyed as I am that we do not have more people. God damn, we should have brought the cheerleaders.
The cheerleaders. They would have pom-pommed them to death. Yeah, Bryn and Sterling are going to try to take down another tree man. Critical miss. So that tree man arm explodes.
Perfect.
Yeah. So...
Shit!
Yeah, that's a miss.
I would like to shoot him with a blast real quick.
Yeah, that's a hit. Okay, so that tree man. Okay, he's dead.
That's the one thing I can do while carrying someone.
And then Sterling rips off that one's arm. But he's going to have to carry the other unconscious person, so Bryn is the only one left able to fight if you get ambushed. Alright, so, is your plan to sneak back to the school and avoid the tree man?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to need new stealth rolls, but with disadvantage.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, because you're carrying an unconscious person.
Critical fail.
Yeah, that's a critical failure. Alright, so you sneaking along through the forest, and you do not see the stream in front of you. And you fall down the bank with the unconscious person, but you're both going to take 3 points of non-lethal damage.
I'm not okay with this.
I mean, the good news is the unconscious person wakes up because they got dumped in a stream. What? Where am I? What? Tree man!
Get up! We gotta get out!
Oh yeah, also you hear tree men coming for you now.
We should go now.
So you're gonna book it?
Like rubber hose.
Okay. I'm gonna need an athletics check from you, and then one from Sterling.
5.
A 24.
God damn it, Sterling, you
So
motherfucker.
I think you start running, and you're just panting under the weight of this person because you are grievously injured. And Sterling runs up behind you and just picks them up and is now running with 2 people, one over each shoulder.
He's like, you know what? Fuck this. Like, I did good too.
And he's outfacing you.
Oh, fuck you!
He is running faster than you with 2 people, one over each shoulder.
I am trying to race him now. No, you're not getting all the glory.
And Bryn's just like running behind you. No, come back, wait.
I grab her hand.
Well, she cannot run as fast as Sterling, or you.
I'm still grabbing her hand, going, come on!
Alright. So you run all the way out of the forest. It's actually not that far. It's like a mile, maybe. And you get onto the open ground between the forest and the school. You do not see any tree men on that area. They're staying inside the forest. I guess you run back to the school?
Yeah.
They've doubled, at least, the guard, watching out for tree men. So when they see you coming, they all point their weapons at you, like, oh, it's you guys.
I'm not a tree man!
Yeah. We thought you guys had gone missing, but captured by the tree men.
No, we saved one, but many were taken farther southeast, 1 mile like and a half down from the campsite.
Well, come on inside. We gotta get you all to the nurse's office.
Is there cocoa?
Sure.
Sweet.
You go to the... Well, I said nurse's office is actually like a doctor's office. There's an actual doctor. So there are 2 medical personnel, I guess you would call them. One of them is a cleric, and the other one is an actual doctor. Mm-hmm. So the cleric is a Water Genasi woman named Naya, who is the school healer and does all things clerical. Mm-hmm. And then there's a half-elf named Tadashi, who is the actual doctor guy, who he does not have any magical healing ability, but he knows a lot about non-magical healing.
Like, this will help you for a week, this will help you in a minute.
Mm-hmm. He's going around bandaging wounds, giving people antidotes for the poison they all got. Sterling walks in, still with 2 people over his shoulders, and sets them both down on a bed. 2 different beds, not the same bed. And then just sits down in the corner. The doctor comes up to him and he's like, no, take care of them first.
I'm like, he wasn't hurt.
He was not injured at all. The treatment didn't touch him.
They were scared.
Yeah, that's the power of his abs. They scared off the tree man.
I'm just imagining this is like a teenage version of Armstrong.
Oh my. Yeah.
Anyways.
Do you want to let the doctors, I guess, tend to the unconscious people first, or are you gonna like push your way to the front of the line?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I have consciousness. There's the border.
Naya goes to the unconscious people and just does cure wounds on them.
Boop, boop,
Yeah.
boop.
Boop. And then she goes up to you and like, how badly are you injured? She looks kind of like a Zora. She's, blue skinned with wet hands and stuff, but she does have hair.
And I got a shotgun into my stomach.
I don't know what a shotgun is, but that doesn't sound very good.
Barraged into my stomach.
Okay, and she just gets right up in your personal space, because that's what she does.
I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
She's pretty.
So she puts one hand on either side of your face and restores 13 hit points to you.
Oh, cool, I'm at full. And I go, does my wrist look funny?
Seems fine to me.
Oh, it must have been due to the blood loss. Never mind.
And she goes over to Bryn and cures her. The doctor comes over, and he holds out a little bottle, or actually like a cup of something to you, and says, here, drink this.
I grab it and drink it.
Okay. I mean, I wasn't going to tell you to drink it because it was antidote and you were poisoned, but I say I don't need to tell you that.
Why would a doctor give me something that would hurt me? And I hiccup.
Obviously, you've never been to the Capitol. No, they have, assassins who disguise themselves as doctors. Or they did about 100 or so years ago. And then he just wanders off to tend to someone else.
Oh, I just realized who like, in my head this guy looks like. House.
Yes. So he's House if he was a half-elf.
House if he was a half-elf, yep.
Okay. I guess that's what he looks like now.
Alright, so Dr. House. We will now refer to him as Dr. House.
His name is Tadashi.
Dr. Tadashi House.
Okay. Okay. If that's what you want to call him, you can.
Tadashi House.
Yeah. You can also just say Dr. House, and I'll know who you're talking about. The cleric finishes with Bryn and then wanders back over to you. Oh, by the way, Deketh wants to talk to you. And then she just wanders back over to someone else.
Thanks.
She goes over to Sterling, and, even though he doesn't need healing, she puts her hands on him, no, you need healing.
You know that gets creepy after a while, right?
She's not listening.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It seems like a ditz.
But she's really good at healing people.
So did you want us or just me?
She did not specify.
I'll start walking. It was like, you guys want to come with, or?
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're not injured anymore, so they just go with you.
I don't know. Sterling needs to, flash some more packs. He totally could.
I'm not exactly happy that I had to destroy my uniform shirt.
We'll get you a new one. And this time we'll make enough room for your muscles. How about that?
Yeah, that would be nice. I guess they would have told you Deketh is in the Great Hall area where you had breakfast.
Yay! More food!
There is food available. A lot of the uninjured students are here, basically being debriefed. The druid teacher, Celise, is going around with a clipboard accounting for everyone.
Yeah, and I'll actually first pull out my green apple and just start eating it like hom.
She comes over to your group and asks your names and marks you all down, and then continues going around the room.
I will look for Gadesh.
Deketh?
Yes.
He is standing over in the corner. He's not as injured as you might have expected him to be, but he is noticeably wounded. He has one of those big tent spikes sticking out of his arm, which he does not seem overly concerned with.
And I'm just you sure you don't want to go to the med bay?
And a bunch of... We don't have time for that.
Are you sure? She can just boop you.
How did you three get out of the forest by yourselves?
We ran. We fucking ran.
Did you see anything else in the forest?
Besides the blights?
Mm-hmm.
A dead body and I just point to the thing in his shoulder.
So he says, Did you see where the blights were taking all the students?
Southeast, about 1.5 miles so far from where we were camped.
He rubs his chin. I don't know of anything out in that direction, but we're gonna have to go, and pretty soon. No telling what they're up to.
And I point to myself, us?
No, your students. I'm talking about the staff. Did you want to come with me to fight horrible tree men?
We killed, and I just looked strength 3? 4?
It was 3.
Okay. But he's allowed to say whatever he wants, so.
Yeah. Deketh snorts he doesn't think you'd be much help. Fine. If you want to come fight horrible tree men with us, I won't stop you. It'll be good life experience.
They did take my classmates.
Yeah, I'm aware. Bryn does not volunteer to go with you. She wants to stay here. All right, go grab what you need and meet me up at the front gate.
Sweet.
All right,
So I have all my stuff and my new pretty sword. Do you want me to name it anything in my sheet or anything?
Call it Rune Keeper.
Rune Keeper. He actually has a list. It actually says Room Keeper.
Room Keeper?
Yeah, Room Keeper. He's the Room Keeper.
Bryn's going to stay behind, but she wishes you good luck. Oh, and don't die. Don't do that.
If I die, I can't see your familiar again.
Can I have all your stuff if you die?
Fuck it.
Okay. So, while you're in your dorm room, getting all your stuff, your little bracelet starts talking to you.
Motherfucker!
So you hear a voice from your bracelet. It says, well, that was quite an adventure, wasn't it?
Ah!
That's not the reaction I quite expected.
Why are you on my hand?
I don't know.
Are you... What are you?
I'm afraid I don't know that either.
Okay, so you're just a talking bracelet.
I don't think I was originally a bracelet, no.
I'm like tapping on the gem. Twing, 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 twing.
Stop that. That's annoying.
Oh, you can feel that.
Yes. I can hear it, too.
I stroke my knot beard.
Where are we? Who are you?
In my dorm room. I'm about to set off to go rescue my classmates. I'm Keir.
What's a dorm room? And it's a pleasure to meet you, Keir.
Keir Faustus. And you are?
I'm not entirely certain. I think my name was Shay?
Like the butter?
I don't know what that means. It's S-H-A-Y.
Shay. S-H-A-Y. Well, at least you're a purple gem. Purple is my favorite color.
Well, that seems awfully convenient.
Yeah. I didn't even tell the DM.
I know, right? He just picked that color.
Yeah, at least you'll match some of my clothes. Wait. Why? I just remember. No one can see him.
So it doesn't matter if it matches your clothes.
Shay, so I have a question. What do you know about, I put the sword so you can, see it. I don't know if how he sees, so I'm just gonna point the bracelet.
The purple gem is how they see.
Okay.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about that. It looks very fancy, though.
Yeah. And I'm, trying to remember if this is, if I know anything about a sword that looks like this.
You could roll history or arcana.
Do history. I'm gonna do arcana, I get a better bonus. Okay. 4!
You know it's made of bronze.
And I'm man, I really should have studied what my teacher gave me.
It sure seems like it.
So he doesn't know anything about it. I can't remember anything. Ancient swords and personal legendary swords and emperors, warriors. I just don't, nothing clicks. So I'm just can I go to the library?
You can go to the library, but you did have something else you were supposed to be doing.
I mean, real quick.
Yeah,
legendary book sword, and just flip, 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 flip.
You can definitely do that.
So I'm just running through the halls after I have myself.
I actually didn't make a librarian character yet.
That's fine. They can just be librarian not in, don't steal anything, you will.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. The librarian is out. Steal something and we will know. So be on your best behavior. Alright, so make an investigation check.
Oh, I'm actually good at that. Because I'm a student. Right. Yeah, 13!
13, okay.
Way better than what I've been getting.
So you're looking for a book about magic swords or something like that?
Yeah, around that area.
Okay. Alright, so you find there's a book of ritual magic of the Empire. So the bronze sword that you're holding has been used in several famous rituals. Yeah.
And I'm just what the fuck?
Or it could be a replica, you don't know.
Ding, ding. No, that's real.
It was used as a focus for finding demons and such. Demons, yokai, that kind of thing.
Okay.
The sword is several thousand years old. So they would bind a demon into it, put it somewhere, and then wait for the demon to lose most of its power, let it out, kill it, and then rinse and repeat. It is conveniently a holy relic of the God of Swords.
I'm oh! Yes! I hope he signed it.
I mean, you can't read any of the stuff on the sword, so...
But it is of my deity of Kiru Nushi, God of Swords.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's him.
Nice. So, internally, fanboying. I guess you're half-elf. I guess you're just half-elfing. Yeah, I won't really have enough time. Write a note saying, checking out this book, bye!
We're always watching.
I left a note saying I'm checking it out.
That makes me think of Monsters Inc. I'm always watching, Wazowski.
Oh god, please do not
Always.
make her the librarian.
No, as much fun as that would be, I'm not going to do that.
So yeah, I'm gonna run back to my room, throw the book into one of my like drawers or something, and just head off with the cat. And on the way, I'll be still talking to my bracelet and be like, "So your name is Shay?
I think
My
so.
bracelet.
I'm pretty sure of that part.
You didn't appear on my wrist until I picked the sword out of the stone.
That sounds accurate.
And apparently that sword seals demons, spirits, devils. You okay?
I suppose I must be one of them. One of those things.
Do I walk by a torch?
Yes.
I put the bracelet on the torch.
Your wrist feels warm.
Doesn't hurt?
No, I'm a bracelet.
Well, that might not mean you're a demon, but I will not rule it out. Well, I'm just going to meet up back with Deketh and Sterling and whoever else that guy's bringing.
There are 14 of the men-at-arms.
Holy shit.
5 of the animated suits of armor, and there's one of the other teachers. So this is a tiefling paladin named Hina, who is also the school disciplinary officer.
Oh, hi again, Miss Hina.
I hope you're behaving yourself and not stealing any books from the library.
No, I checked it out.
Okay, good. Do you have all your equipment?
Jacket. Yes.
Alright, you can come with us, but be careful. If we tell you to leave, do it.
Fine. Wait, if you die, does that mean no more detention?
Technically, yes.
No, never mind.
She seems amused at the idea that you're any kind of a threat to her.
No, I wasn't gonna kill her.
Yeah, well, that's what it sounded like.
I meant to be like, no, we need her.
I mean, you do. Who else is going to keep those bad children in line? Alright, so you set off back into the forest. Alright, so you all head into the dark forest. So Sterling has a plated field jacket, which is like a military uniform with additional plates sewn on it, and a great sword.
So it's like my normal jacket, but fancier and military.
Well, it's more like a Civil War type jacket. So, and you're wearing a duster.
Douchebag versus military boy.
So you have a big coat that goes all the way down to your knees, and he's just wearing like a normal uniform. Yeah, either you or Sterling are gonna have to make survival checks.
Is Sterling good at it in any way?
He has a 1.
If I think he's good.
He rolled a crit. So he's just like, it's this way. And just leads the whole group into the forest.
I was already pointing. Whatever.
Nobody's paying attention to you. As you go into the forest, you do see more of the tree men, but between Deketh and Hina, they don't even get the chance to really shoot at you.
I will Eldritch Blast a few of them.
It seems like as you go further into the forest, there are more of the tree men, like they're trying to stop you from going that way. And Hina just starts destroying them as you follow the tracks of the tree men, the way you saw them going. So you're basically all the way across the forest. So you follow the treeman trail until you come to a big clearing with a very large tree in the center. That clearing is just like filled with the tree blights. You can see some of the students they took lying sort of on the ground. It looks like they're being held down by like thick roots or vines or something. And the big tree basically has a face. It has a tree face that looks extremely angry.
And now we need to go inside of it and kill the pest.
See, that's going to be a problem. Because as you all approach the glade, or clearing area, and walk up to the tree, roars, and a bunch of skeletons stand up from the ground, animated by vines, ready to fight you. So, yeah, you can roll initiative if you want, but you don't have to.
No, not. I really don't care to.
The needle blights open fire, and Deketh and Hina and the riflemen have all set up a line of shields that they brought with them, so the needles just get stuck in there.
I'm just imagining, like, they start formation, you just push me back, like, hey!
So they start shooting down the tree men and the skeletons, who are significantly tougher. But it seems like there's an infinite number of them, and eventually Hina and Deketh break away from the formation and just, like, leap over the shields and start going after the tree and make a perception roll.
So perception check, this would be real hard. You got a 2.
A 2, okay. It is definitely a tree. So Sterling also rolled, because he's back with you. He's rolling way better than you. The tree, it has big roots. It looks like that's what it's holding some of the kids down with, but right under where the tree's mouth is, there's a big opening. Like someone took a shovel and dug under the tree into the root system, which Deketh and Hina both notice. They're trying to get into it, but the tree is blocking them with its giant fuck-off limbs. So
well, I think, can I just blast at the limbs?
You can, but they're big. Like, you're not going to be able to break them.
I'm not trying to break them, I'm trying to push them away. It's force.
it's not really going to do a whole lot either. Have you seen the Whomping Willow from Harry Potter?
Oh, okay. So this isn't really going to hurt it. It's just going to be like, hey, stop that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the two of them are just barely holding off the limbs, but you and Sterling both see the hole down to its tree belly.
I'm like, Sterling, race you in.
Yeah, Dicketh and Hina both shout at you to go. Then they will cover you. You're going to need either acrobatics or athletics to get past all the tree limbs.
Athletics, like, jump over them, way over the left, but acrobatics is, like, swerve under.
Yeah, so it's whichever one you want to do.
I'm nimble as fuck.
Okay,
That's
and
16.
then Sterling got a 21. That's good now. So you both dodged the tree limbs successfully. Because it doesn't have any limbs that are actually short enough to hit you once you get close enough to it, and you both slide into the root system. Sterling slides like a baseball player, down into the roots.
I backflip through.
Okay, that's very impressive. If people weren't busy fighting for their lives, they would applaud.
You hear one skeleton going,
Great job, bro!
slash!
Into the root system. It's a good thing you both have dark vision, because it's very dark down here.
No, it's not.
You be quiet. I'm gonna leave that in too. Including the pause. Down here in the root system, you can see it has the big, thick, like tree roots. You know how old trees have really big roots? It has those, but it also has vines trailing down from above, and you can see some of the students who are missing wrapped up in the vines, and there's roots like impaled into them, like it's draining something from them. And you also see a very, very dead body, a mummy, sort of.
Is it also pinned to the wall?
No, it's kind of lying in the center. It's connected to the roots, but it's like the roots are kind of wrapped around it, like protectively.
So it's like trying to come back to life.
Maybe. But this very, very dead body has a big spike in its forehead. It's some kind of weird material. It looks kind of metallic, but also kind of organic. It's not something you've ever seen before.
Wait, so you're saying it's coming out of its skull?
It looks like it's been driven into the skull.
Oh, like it got stabbed.
Like, you will be a unicorn!
But they put it on wrong.
Or like someone tried to stake a vampire, but put it in their head.
Okay, so it's like a metal stake in the head, except it looks somewhat organic.
Yes.
Can I roll, like, Arcana on this to figure out why that's there?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You have no idea. 7 does not tell you anything.
Okay, so I see this thing is not necessarily stabbed by the vines, but the vines looks like they're draining something from my classmates.
Yes.
I would like to start cutting off the vines.
Okay.
And I'm doing it with the blade, so it does even more damage.
You don't need to roll for that. Tree roots cannot defend themselves.
No, they really shouldn't.
Sterling takes his great sword and just cuts a student free in one swing. So you both start working on that, and you hear a very, very angry noise.
I look over to the mummy.
Yeah, it is the mummy. It sounded kind of like a banshee. So you blast it and you hit some of the tree roots coiled around it, but the mummy's definitely getting up. The tree roots kind of move with it. It has tree roots wrapped all around its limbs and like pushed into its back, so it's kind of like a marionette. And now it's time for initiative.
21.
Wow.
I'm really good at attacking first. I'm terrible at everything else. How far is the mummy from me?
It's not a big root system, so the mummy's about 20 feet away.
Okay. I will.
There are still about 6 of your classmates stuck in the vines.
Is there classmates near him, like closer to him than me?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will.
They're just kind of lining the walls.
I will. I'll cut the nearest one out of the wall real quick.
Okay, make an attack roll. Yeah, that's a hit.
Critical.
Yeah. Okay, so you just cut through all the vines in one swing, and the mummy seems unhappy about this, so it's gonna. There we go. 17. Does that hit you?
That does not hit me.
Your AC is higher than 17.
No, it's 16.
Okay, so it does hit you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take. Okay, so it blasts you for 10 force damage. In fact, it Eldritch blasts you for 10 force damage.
I'm sorry, what? So far, I've been the only person I know who can do this.
Yeah, it just hit you with the same thing you did. But on your turn.
You fucker. Wait.
Yeah.
What? I have a question. When it was flying towards me, did I see the word fuck you in the air?
No. No, that was it shooting from its finger. It's still across the room from you.
Yeah.
Sterling's turn.
But I will say, Sterling, cut them out.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna do that.
This is like this awesome story. Like, if you cut everyone out, he's stupidly powerful, and we die, but they live.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. 8. That still hits. And then the mummy screams again, and it's going to zap him.
Stop that.
Yeah. How dare you? That's incredibly rude.
I was eating my lunch.
Alright, so he misses Sterling.
Okay,
Zap,
good.
and it just hits the dirt in front of him. Alright, so mummy turn. Neither of you are really closer to the mummy.
No, we're like through the hallways and right next to each other.
Yeah.
But Sterling did just piss him off.
Yeah, the mummy's gonna go after Sterling.
Love you, Sterling. Hope you do good.
Yeah, so the mummy runs at him and tries to, like, flying tackle. Well, not flying tackle, but he tries to punch him in the face. The mummy rolls an natural one.
He punches 2 students out of the wall that he...
Well, he can't do that, but he goes to punch Sterling, and Sterling matrix dodges aside, and the mummy just kind of embeds his fist in the wall and is now stuck.
Other words is prone?
Basically, yeah. So it is your turn. You'll have advantage if you want to shoot the mummy.
I want to stab the mummy.
Okay, you want to stab the mummy. Stab the mummy.
Alright, let's see if it hits first.
Roll with advantage. That's a hit.
25, 18 plus 13.
Where's the extra 10 coming from?
The other way you can't do is you have to imbue the weapon. If it doesn't hit, it does, like, nothing at all.
Oh, okay. And then 13 force damage. Okay.
Yes. It would be less if my charisma wasn't so high.
Okay. So what's the total of that?
The total would be 31.
Okay, 31. Alright, so you just cut off the mummy's arm that was embedded in the wall, and it yells at you.
Like, actually yells or just...
Yeah, it's not saying anything. It's just kind of screaming wordlessly at you.
It screams guttural noises upon my earlobe.
But you also hear one of the students still on the wall start to scream, and the roots kind of, like, get bigger, and then the mummy's arm starts to steam a little bit. The stump. And its arm grows back.
I would like to cut that student out.
Well, it's Sterling's turn, so he's actually going to run over and do it.
Ah, come on. Bastard.
How dare he save people on his turn?
How dare he show me up at every chance?
Yeah, 16. Alright. He cuts that student out, and as the roots separate from them, you see blood trickling out of them. So the mummy has half of his arm back, but not the full arm. So he's gonna punch you in the face, hopefully.
You're gross!
Yeah. He's gonna punch you with his stump punch.
That is just...
No, he's gonna punch you with his actual fist.
Like, I'm imagining, like, ouch!
I thought that might hit. Okay.
He hits my bad side.
Yeah, I bet he does. This is not gonna go great for you.
No.
Okay, he rolled low, so he does 8 damage to you.
That is still painful.
Yeah. And then his arm seems to heal the rest of the way. So he has 2 arms again. And it's your turn.
How many students are left on the wall? Because let's see,
there are 3.
I'm not even going to focus on him. I'm going to back him, run to another person, and cut them out.
Okay, make your attack roll.
Alright, see if it hit.
That's a hit.
Yeah,
so
cut him out.
You cut that person out of the wall, and then it's Sterling's turn. He's also going to cut someone out of the wall. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, and then back around to the mummy turn. So the mummy's going to take another swing at Sterling. That hits. Alright, so straight up and down, 14 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Our poor baby. We barely knew ye.
He has 44 hit points.
Sterling, you went to the gym too much.
He's good. That's about a third of his hit points. But the mummy does look better now. It looks slightly less like a mummy, and it is your turn.
Grandpa?
Could be.
Yeah. So now there's one person left?
Yeah, there's only one left.
Totally worth it running the last person, cutting them out.
That's it. Alright, so they're free. Yeah. So then it becomes Sterling's turn again. He's gonna attack the mummy.
I'm able to do one more thing.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I'm able to do one more thing. Hex!
You're gonna hex the mummy?
Yeah, now he's gonna take another d6 every time I hit him.
Every time you hit him. Alright.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna have him do, he's gonna have disadvantage on, what are they called?
Strength rolls?
I can choose.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have, I'm gonna have him have disadvantage strength rolls.
Alright. He uses strength to attack, so he'll have disadvantage. Is there a saving throw against hex?
No, there's not.
So he doesn't get a saving throw against hex. Alright, so Sterling's turn. He's gonna go attack the mummy. Alright, so he walks up to the mummy and cuts off the mummy's arm that just grew back. So the mummy's gonna try to punch him in the face. I was expecting this to be a bit more challenging. Okay, so he hits him. Oh wait, no, he has disadvantage. That's right. So he has to roll again and take the lower number. 16. Okay, 16 is a miss.
Wow, that would still hit me.
Sterling's a fighter. He has higher AC. So the mummy swings ineffectually at Sterling and misses. Yeah, the mummy missed, and then it's your turn.
Okay. Chop, chop, chop.
That's a hit. So 5 damage. Alright, so you have an extra 1d6 from the hex.
Yeah, plus the 1d6 necrotic, which I can do here. So
Yes.
11. Wow, that was like the worst damage possible.
It's okay, it's a mummy. It has no
I
concentration.
rolled a 1d10 and got 1.
Mummies are not known for their fantastic hit points, though, so I think you're okay. The mummy is not looking in great shape. Okay, so Sterling walks up and chops off his other arm. The mummy falls to the ground, defeated.
I pick up his arm.
So the mummy's it's not dead, it just can't attack you. It's at 0 hit points right now.
It is?
Yeah, it's at 0 hit points.
So let me see. So apparently Hex does something at 0 hit points.
You can move it to another creature.
Oh, I'll move it to Sterling!
I don't think he would appreciate that.
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't really see any enemies, so I can't really. But I also get Dark One's luck, which is I get health back.
Mm-hmm. Charisma plus Warlock level.
Alright, so I have a temporary amount of 7.
What would you like to do with this mummy lying on the ground, not moving, but not quite dead? It still has all those weird roots growing out of it, by the way.
Sterling, finish it off! Slash.
You want him to cut off the branches?
Yeah, let's keep getting rid of this crap.
Well, I mean, it can't fight back anymore, so if you want to just cut the mummy off, you can.
Yeah.
So you cut the mummy, cut his roots off from the tree, and you hear another very, very loud and big scream from above you this time.
And then I just go, worth it!
You hear also a very loud crack, like thunder, from above you.
I'd like to leave the tree now.
Yeah, well, the problem is there are 6 unconscious people down there with you. If you want.
Let's get the fuck out. And as I leave, I'm like, I wasted a spell slot on him!
How many people do you want to carry out? You want to carry the people out with you? That's what Sterling was doing. I had to roll athletics. He rolled a crit.
He just picks up like 5 of them.
He piles 4 people on his shoulders and carries them out. I think you can handle them.
And I'm guessing they're like the smallest people in the group.
Yeah.
I just go, fine.
So there's 2 people for you to carry. Alright, so you put one over each shoulder and just walk out from the root system.
We're back.
Yeah. What is your strength score anyway?
Mine is, I think 14.
Okay, 14.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're not like a pathetic weakling. Yeah. You can carry them reasonably well.
I learned something from Alexander.
You can see now what made the very loud cracking sound. It was the tree splitting in half.
I didn't do it!
And all of the blights that were around it just collapsed to the ground. The blights have turned back into just piles of wood.
I would like to take one of their faces and put it in my coat pocket.
Okay, you have a blight face.
Yep, that's what I'm putting in my inventory. Blight face.
Alright, Deketh and Hina and all the soldiers are standing there. It looks like they had a much tougher battle than you, because a lot of them were wounded. And Hina's going around healing people as much as she can. Deketh has this big bruise on the side of his face. The arms of the tree. One of them is raised with a big fist. It's actually a big clump of like smaller tree limbs. Like a big fist, like it was about to bring it down on somebody. The other one is out like it was in the middle of swinging it at somebody when it died. Deketh says, I don't know what you guys did down there, but you did a good job.
I like, kill the mommy.
Mummy? What are you talking about?
It was like a weird tree vampire and was sucking blood out of our classmates. Also, the cheerleaders lost weight, I can tell.
I don't know what a cheerleader is, but show me this mummy.
Oh, I'm like, come with me.
So you go back in there. The tree's not collapsing or anything.
Also,
so it's just a cave.
I just dropped the suits off like just plop. Alright, that was me.
It's extremely rude.
Not like plop.
Oh, okay. You set them down. You're not like throwing them on the ground.
Oh, okay. No.
I'm done with these now. So you take the cat down into the room area and show him the mummy. He seems very interested in the weird horn spike thing.
I take it.
Well, I mean, he's going to take it, and he's bigger than you.
He's also my boss.
He's not your boss, he's your teacher. That's worse, because he can give you detention.
So can a boss.
Yeah, but at least the boss has to pay you.
Fair enough.
He takes the spike and just, like, rips it out. And the mummy moves again, like one of its stumps goes, like it's going to reach for him, and then it just falls backwards.
I stab it.
Well, there's nothing to stab, because as soon as that happens, it just turns into ash.
You know what this reminds me of?
What?
Alexander Anderson in Hellsing Ultimate when he stabbed him with that nail that from Christ, and he turned into a gross undead like monster. with a bunch of vines coming out of him. And then when that was done, he turned to ash.
You mean Hell in His Nail? It is not Hell in His Nail. So, and Decaf looks at it like, never seen these before. And he puts it in a bag. Don't tell anyone at the school about this thing.
About what?
Exactly. Alright, we're gonna get these kids back to the school and the nurse.
You don't like her, do you?
I don't like the concept of nurses in general. Makes you weak.
It also stops you from dying.
Anyway, you seem in good enough shape. Carry one of these unconscious people.
I was carrying 2 already.
Well, you're gonna carry 1 back. It's a long way. But everyone else is like, everyone who can still walk is picking up an unconscious person to put over their shoulder. Sterling has 2 again.
I'll be like, this is gonna be the only time you ever have girls on you.
He just laughs and says, yeah, I can say the same for you, and walks away.
We're walking at the same pace.
Yep, I know.
Okay, I get what you were doing there. I'll get back here so I'm not bored during the walk.
Okay, he does.
Thank you.
So what do you think the big plant monster was?
Douchebag.
I mean, I know that.
Probably an undead dude who was buried under a tree. Some evil fucker probably stabbed him in the skull. Did stuff.
So why would it only wake up now, you think?
Plot?
That seems like an awfully convenient answer.
Why am I getting these weird dreams?
I don't know, you're a weird guy. With your almost enough magic.
Hey, I don't know why I have this. Shut up.
See, that's weird too.
Mama was a wizard. She cast magics.
I don't know if wizard magic is genetic.
Daddy also had magic.
Wasn't he also a style of wizard?
No, he was a fighter with he would hit things and they would explode when he hit them with their sword.
That sounds very sophisticated.
Maybe I got it from him.
Yeah, that would explain a lot. Did you want to talk to anyone else on the way back to the school, or just go back to the school?
Shay.
Okay.
Do you know what that was?
A tree? There's a tree, right?
No, the mummy.
The mummy. I'm not sure. Seemed to recall something like that before, but I can't quite remember what it was.
It had a nail in its forehead.
A nail? Like for a building?
I guess, kind of.
Kind of?
Well, if I get a little bit more description in the DM, I could possibly say a better answer.
Okay. Yeah, it's a spike about as long as a human forearm. It's mostly round, you could hold it and throw it at somebody, but it's pointed at both ends, which you saw when Dicketh pulled it out.
Yeah, I'm it's weird organic metal shard.
I'm afraid I don't remember anything about that. Something tells me it's not good.
Can I roll something to remember anything about something like this?
You absolutely can.
What do I roll? Straight up in?
History.
History again. So fitting.
You have also never heard of this.
Do I have to go back to the library?
I guess.
With my student background feature, Sleep is for the Weak.
Yeah.
Yeah, studying during this time, you have advantage to figure things out and remember for the next day.
Was there anything else you wanted to do on the way back to the school?
Actually, am I able to take... Is there 2 people who can carry a kid body that currently are not?
Yeah, they probably could. I imagine, the people who are carrying one probably trade off. Because carrying an unconscious person for a mile is quite a task. And they can always just give them to the magical suits of armor.
I'll go to Stringo. I kind of want to show Dicketh the shed. Let's kind of steer them near it.
I don't think that's on the way back to the school.
It's a little bit on the way there.
All right.
We'll just have to take a quick right.
I mean, yeah, but you're going to have to convince him to go detour. He probably wants to get the kids back.
Or I can just ask Dicketh if he can come with me to show him something.
You could also do that.
Let's do that.
All right.
That was my first idea, then I was like, wait, no, yes, this is totally what he would do.
Alright, so you go up to Decaf, who is carrying an unconscious student over his shoulder.
I need to show you something.
What is it?
I need to show you where I found the sword.
Alright, he passes off the unconscious student to one of the soldiers, instructs them to keep going back to the school, and he will meet up with them later.
We get to the shed.
Yeah.
It was in the stone.
The door is still broken.
2 exploded twig blights.
Yeah. Never seen anything like this before. Must be a local thing.
I mean, I remember my dad talking about some sealing stuff, but never with a sword.
I'm sure Galen would know more about it.
And you can't see anything on my right wrist, can you?
Dirt.
That's what I thought. Okay. I look kind of bummed out that no one can see it.
Why, is there something on your right wrist that I should be seeing?
Yes, you can't see it.
Are you sure you're not just crazy? Did that mummy hit you in the head?
No.
He puts a hand on your head, like, mockingly.
You're gonna mess up my hair.
I sure am.
I will kill you.
He just laughs at that.
I pat him on the shoulder, like, all right, let's get out of here. And I will, though, as I look away from it, I will do detect magic on the shed.
Yeah.
Eyeballs.
Yes, you do, in fact, detect magic.
But what about the bracelet and the sword? Are they also?
Yes, they are also magical. Okay, and you learn the school of magic. Okay, so the shed is abjuration. Well, it's the rock specifically, and all the ropes with the charms. They're all abjuration. Alright, so yeah, the sword would be also abjuration and I think necromancy. And then the enchantments on the bracelet are everything except illusion and transmutation.
Oh my. Okay.
6 of the 8 schools.
So I'm not being screwed with. Okay. Wait, wouldn't it technically be illusion because I'm the only one who can see it?
Maybe, if it works that way.
Unless that's technically divination.
It could also be enchantment.
Right. So as we walk away from the shed and stuff, I'm trying to figure out why the bracelet and why the sword are connected.
That's a good question.
That is a great question, actually.
That I know the answer to. I mean, you do know that the sword was used as part of a ritual to contain demons and devils and yokai and stuff.
Yokai, yeah.
Things that were causing trouble.
So that they get so weak that you can just kill them and
beat the crap out of them, force them into the sword, and then they get weaker as they're in the sword, and then you let them out and kill them.
Because fighting fair.
Yeah.
Did you say Galen?
Galen.
Okay.
That's one of the other teachers.
I'm guessing one of the more studied.
Yeah, he is an Eladrin wizard. His name is Galen Brightsong.
Of course it is.
He's the, teacher of arcane magics at the school.
And I just go, we didn't lose any students during that fight, did we?
Not during the fight, no.
Did any of them die?
A couple. Some of the ones that came back were too wounded.
At least I got a souvenir.
Could have been a lot worse.
You mean the entire school's staff and everything else being taken down?
He laughs at that idea.
That is worse.
Those creatures were no threat to the school itself.
That mummy could have been if it did what it wanted to.
You mean if it could leave that tree?
It was regenerating.
It also didn't seem to be very strong. The tree was much more dangerous.
You're being a real dick right now.
I'm your teacher, kid. It's my job.
You're supposed to teach us, not be a dick. Oh, actually, somewhere in between. Never mind.
I'm teaching you how to deal with people who treat you like an idiot. It's called life experience, kid.
But you're stronger. I can't deal with you.
Exactly. Now hurry up. It's past your curfew.
I want some ramen.
Well, you'll have to talk to the cooks about that, not me.
I pull out one of the apples from my pocket.
That doesn't look like ramen.
I'm not having the cook stay up to make me food. Also, I have another apple in my pocket after this.
You got big pockets.
Do you not see how big this jacket is?
Yeah, even so, you got big pockets.
I'm just chewing, going, Is he going to take me to Galen, or am I just going to bed?
Well, he's just taking you back to the school.
I'm going to hit my books.
Okay. What are you hitting your books with? Spell damage or longsword?
Eyeball damage.
Ah, eyeball damage, huh?
I'm going to read that book of legendary swords and try to find out more. Taking Cornell notes.
Well, it's not a book of legendary swords. It's a book about, magical rituals of this area.
I just want to learn more about this specific sword and try and see if there's a log of people that was put away.
I mean, you've learned all there is to learn from that book about it.
Damn it.
It's not an index of this demon was sealed into the sword at this point. It's just a book that tells you what the sword is and what it was used for.
What about I go and try and find a book about Shay? Any person named Shay.
Alright, roll investigation.
Whee! I'm good at this, I think.
16, okay. There's no one in particular named Shay. It's just a name from, I guess it would be the fantasy Middle East area. Fantasy Persia. It's just a name. It's like if she told you her name was Alice or something.
But I'm looking for demons or devils. That makes it better.
There's not a book in the school library about demons and devils that's that specific. They all have names like, Belphegor, Asmodeus, Tamamo no Mae, that sort of thing.
Damn it.
Eligor.
Demogorgon. So I'm guessing I can't just like walk into the dorms at this time of night.
You're
female.
No, you cannot go into the female dorms at this time.
Damn it. Disguise self.
You could sneak into the female dorms, but there's a punishment if you get caught.
Super detention.
Yeah, something like that.
And for one day, you are turned into a female. Awesome.
Well, if you're going to enjoy it, we're going to turn you into a newt instead.
Even cooler.
But you still have to attend your classes.
Read it.
And take notes.
Okay, you suck.
It's not punishment if you enjoy it.
So I guess I'll just go back to my room and hopefully I see all my stuff is still there.
Yeah, all your stuff is still there.
I will actually ask Shay if they ever remember being a demon or devil.
Do you remember being a demon at some point? I seem to recall associating with those kind of beings at some point. I don't remember for certain if I was one or not.
Man, you must have been pissing someone off if you had to be sealed away.
I suppose so.
When I picked up the sword, it said the contract is complete.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't agree to anything.
Pulling out the sword was a contract, I believe.
Demons are weird.
I suppose they are.
Do I even get a list of what I agreed to?
Well, I don't know what you agreed to, and you don't know what you agreed to, so I don't think so.
I'm just like looking at my hands like, I don't even know why I have magical powers.
Is it because you're really lucky?
I almost died today. I don't think that's lucky.
No, it doesn't sound like it.
I mean, I got you as a friend, and that's cool and all, but it's weird. It's almost like half of my life has been erased from my mind.
That does sound unfun.
I know. If we put our minds together, we'll have a full mind.
I don't think that's how that works at all.
That is not how that works. No, it's really not. Glad you caught on. And just start changing into my jammies.
Okay.
And I will set out the blight face on my desk, so take care of it later.
Are you going to carve a mask out of it or something?
Yup.
Okay. I think that's a good place to stop for now. I'd like to thank Overclocked Remix for providing music for our show, including Daily Training, a remix of Place of Peace and Rafflesia Training Grounds from Crusader of Senti, remixed by Scaredism, and Notes from a Small Island, a remix of Chrono Trigger from Chrono Trigger, remixed by JJT. I'd also like to thank Zapsplat.com for providing sound effects, and of course, I'd like to thank all of you for listening all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed the show, and please continue listening.